Imagine walking into a crowded shopping mall. The fluorescent lights buzz overhead like a swarm of bees, the speakers blast announcements that echo in your skull, and the endless chatter of people feels like 1,000 voices shouting all at once. The fabric of your shirt suddenly feels like sandpaper. For most people, this is just an everyday experience. For someone with autism, this can feel like absolute chaos. If you've ever felt like the world is just too much, too loud, too bright, too overwhelming, then you're not alone. Today, we're talking about autism and sensory sensitivities. Let's break it down. Have you ever tried listening to 5 conversations at once? Or walked into a room where the music was way too loud? Now imagine living like that all the time. For autistic individuals, the brain processes sensory input differently. It's like a radio with no volume control. Everything is coming in at full blast, all at the same time. Ethan hated grocery stores. Not because he didn't like shopping, but because the sounds of the beeping registers, the flickering fluorescent lights, and the hum of the refrigerators made it unbearable. To him, it felt like being trapped in a room with alarms going off nonstop. Then there's Samantha. She always wore the same hoodie, no matter the season. Not because she was being stubborn, but because every other piece of clothing felt like needles against her skin. Soft, worn-out fabric was the only thing that didn't drive her crazy. Sensory sensitivities aren't just quirks. They're real, overwhelming experiences that can make everyday life incredibly difficult. So what can you do if you struggle with sensory overload? The good news is, you don't have to just suffer through it. There are ways to make life easier. 1. Build a sensory toolkit. Tools that help you navigate the world on your own terms. Noise-canceling headphones. If loud sounds overwhelm you, these can be a game changer. Ethan got a pair, and suddenly, grocery stores weren't as terrifying. Sunglasses or tinted lenses. Bright lights don't have to feel like a spotlight shining in your eyes. Soft clothing and compression gear. If textures are a struggle, find fabrics that work for you. Samantha switched to seamless clothing, and it made getting dressed way easier. Fidget tools or weighted blankets. These help provide comfort when things feel out of control. 2. Set boundaries and self-advocate. You don't have to just deal with it. If you need to wear sunglasses indoors, step away from a noisy environment, or ask people not to touch you, that's okay. Advocating for yourself isn't being difficult or high maintenance. It's about making sure your needs are met. And if you're someone who isn't autistic but loves someone who is, listen to them. If your friend doesn't like hugs, respect that. If your sibling wears the same clothes every day, let them. If your coworker needs a quiet space, don't judge them for it. Because small changes, like lowering the volume, dimming the lights, or giving someone space, can make a world of difference. Sensory sensitivities aren't a weakness. They're a part of how some people experience the world. And with the right tools, the right support, and the right mindset, you don't have to just endure them, you can navigate life on your own terms. So whether you're autistic or just learning about it, let's work together to build a world that's more inclusive, understanding, and kind, one step at a time.